I'd like to extend thoughts and prayers for your mother, she's battling cancer, and just like to let you know that thinking of you and your family at this time, and
Well, we appreciate it.
your shirt you got on, family, in this family no one fights alone, right? So
Yeah.
it's a good motto for the team this year, right? Definitely a family.
It's always say all the time, we're more than a team, we're a family. The whole town of Clinton has really been a family to all of us this year. So we're just grateful, proud to be a Clinton Dragon, proud to be with these girls, and like I said, we're like family.
And Walter?
Tell us about your background in coaching and how long you've been in coaching.
So I actually played at Clinton High School, graduated 2005, played softball at the University of Tennessee, transferred to Maryville College, played both sports at Maryville College, graduated in 2010, came back and was the head middle school coach and the head high school softball coach for 4 years. The high school softball coach was for 4 years, was the head middle school coach for 2, and then an assistant under Tanya Snyder for a year, and then this is year number 8 as a head coach for the basketball team.
Well, you were just off and running.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Been busy. As a player, I was busy. As a coach, I've been busy, but it's been a fun ride.
And you're 14-7 in the first championship district-wise since she played. Your assistant.
That is right. That is right.
He had to bring up 1979, didn't he?
Well, I actually did a lot of those ball games back then myself, so it springs forward about 40 years or a little bit more.
Yeah, Coach Watson. Yeah, I remember that down there in Oak Ridge, wasn't it?
Yep.
That was the last district championship for Clinton.
Yep. Now I do think in the early 90s, I think it was 91, 92, or 93, they didn't actually win the district, but they came runner-up under Coach Shelley Sexton Collier. And they ended up going to the region that year, winning the region, and they ended up making it to state, faced White County first round, and got put out. I think Campbell County went the same year, and they both lost their first round at the state tournament. So we have had a Clinton team, Lady Dragon team, that has actually made it to the state before.
Certainly, yeah. I remember that year fondly as well. That was Coach Shelley Sexton.
Yes.
Collier at the time, or Laconis maybe at that time, but
Yeah. We just called her Coach Sexton.
yeah, right. But, Coach Phillips, what year is this, Clinton?
This is basketball. Is year 8.
It's year 8, okay. And really flies by, don't it?
Oh man, it does. We've come a long way from year 1 to year now. A long way. We've had some really great teams. We've made it to the region the last 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5 years. Those early teams really set the foundation. We didn't have a lot of wins, but they had a lot of character, a lot of work ethic, and it really set the foundation for these girls that we have here now.
If you would go ahead and talk about the win last night over Fulton. I know it avenged an earlier defeat you had to them, and I didn't see that game, but I heard it was a very physical game, and last night's game, I thought y'all showed a lot of growth, I guess, and just the ability to come back and to get that win over Fulton. Just talk about that.
The first time we played Fulton, we knew going in they were one of the more athletic teams that we had played all year long, one of the fastest teams. Not the best skilled team, but they were fast and athletic. We knew we had to keep them off the glass, and we knew we had to defend, and we did neither of the two the first game. So we came out with a loss. We had some kids under the weather, but I'm not going to put that on any of it because we did not defend. We did not box out. Going into last night's matchup, we challenged them. That's all we've done for the past 5 or 6 practices. We've just statted defensive stats. They don't get points for scoring. They don't get points for anything offensively. They only get points in practice for deflection, steals, keeping the girls out of the paint, rebounds, box outs, and then attempted offensive rebounds. So that has seemed to help the last couple of games. I think that Sarah's We've really called Sarah Burton out this year as far as we know Sarah can score. Everyone in the state of Tennessee knows that Sarah can score. She does a great job at it. But this year we really challenged her to be more of a defensive-minded kid and to help defensively and rebounding. And I think that she's played well defensively and rebounding the majority of the year, but I think the last week we have seen so much growth in Sarah. And I think that partial to that is practice, partial to that is she's a competitor, and I think last night she had a point to prove, and I think she proved it. And I think that she's got, a district championship in mind, region championship in mind, sub-state and state. And I think that she's got the group to go with her that wants the same ride and the same ambition as what Sarah has. And I think that if we'll continue to move forward like we are right now, I think you'll see us there.
Certainly. And the district tournament coming up in about 2 or 3 weeks. What's the schedule? I know big game Friday night against Oak Ridge.
Yep, we got Oak Ridge on Friday, then we've got Powell on Monday, and then we've got Hardin Valley on Thursday, and then Oak Ridge again. So 4 extremely tough games for us. We've talked about this before, but the competition we're playing right now is competition that we'll see in sub-state or state. So we could play some really good basketball in the next 4 games and still come out with a loss. We could play some really good basketball and end up with 4 wins. So we've got a big task ahead, but I think our girls we're ready to go. So as far as district tournament goes, it's at Anderson County, and we have our meeting on Friday. My guess is we're going to go 1-4, 2-3. If that's the case, we'll have Anderson County for the first matchup.
I heard the region tournament's going to be at Clinton. Is that true?
Yeah, and it's kind of up in the air is what I've heard, so I haven't had a confirmation yet.
Okay, Coach Watson, talk.
We would love it to be at Clinton.
Right. Let's hear your thoughts on the game last night, on the
That's
victory.
the best game this team has played this whole year. We knew the competition was going to be tough. They played us at their place, and they beat us. So when they came to our house, it wasn't going to happen again. We challenged the girls. You've got to dominate the boards. We had 33 team rebounds last night, and I probably missed a few in there, so it might have been 35, whatever like that. So, and defensively, we stepped up to the game. We stepped up too. They've got some good players and good shooters on Fulton's team. 23 is going to get, she's going to get her points, but everybody else, we held our own defensively with them last night.
In that game at Fulton, did they try to just bully the team a little bit? Maybe some of the younger players and just the
John.
physical?
Yes, they did.
Right. And
They are a very physical team, like sometimes overly physical. Yes.
officials sort of let it get that way, I guess. Or
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so, right. I didn't really see that last night. It looked like it
No,
was.
I thought we had a good officiating crew last night. I think that Roger Houghton does a good job at assigning officials those tougher games that he knows is going to be a very competitive game. He usually sends, his more seasoned officials, I think, if they're available.
Right. All right, girls, let's turn our attention back to these young ladies. And girls, we got a new restaurant there in Clinton, Wendy's. And what's that? Let's see, Caitlin shaking her head down there. We got a Wendy's, McDonald's, and Burger King pretty close together. So if you had to pick one, Sarah, you start us off. Which restaurant would you pick?
It probably just depends on what I'm feeling, but I'll probably choose Wendy's.
You like the Frosties?
Not really. I just like the spicy nuggets.
Okay. What about you, Addison?
Yeah, I'd probably go Wendy's.
Autumn?
I'd go to Wendy's also.
Wendy's? Burger King? All right, we go. No McDonald's?
Hey, we're Whopper kind of women. Come on.
Right. Okay, so let's start there with Sarah. Let's talk about that victory last night over Fulton.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really good win. It was a close game the entire time. I don't think any of us felt comfortable with our lead. We knew they could make a run. but I felt like we stayed under control and came back at a really good time to finish the game together.
It was really close the whole way.
It was very close. I think the highest lead by then was 6, maybe. And I think we went up by 4 or 6 as well at the beginning of the game.
And you had 34 points last night in that win, and that last play when you got that rebound, you really, when it was a tie game, you really turned on the jets, I thought, to get to the basket and draw that foul.
I knew there was 19 seconds before she shot the ball, so I just got the rebound, just bring it down the court, and I drew the foul and hit the 2 free throws.
So, Addison, what's your thoughts on the win last night?
I think the team really came together and played together. I think one of the biggest things that we did differently last night than we normally do is we rebounded really well, and we had really good defense too. And we hadn't been doing that in some of the past games, which had cost us the win. So I think I'm really proud of the team for doing that.
Autumn?
I agree with Addison, and I feel like we really stepped up as a team, especially towards the end. And our defense, we all took a part of it, and we all really tried on it, and we kept going at it and boxing out, rebounding like we haven't been with the rest of the games.
And Kaylin, your thoughts on the game?
I was watching it and somebody turned to me and they were like, they always play like this the last game, and I'm like, yeah, they do. I mean,
Okay.
I agree.
Walter?
You all are 14-7 on the year, and I know you, Sarah, are just shy of 2,000 points. That's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm 6 away, so just excited for it, I guess.
And one by one, tell us how long you all have been in basketball and your background in basketball to this point.
I mean, I've started playing ever since I was younger, but I mean, it wasn't my main sport until being high school. But I mean, I played AU, middle school, so just been playing for my life.
Basketball wasn't really my main sport for a long time, but I used to play upward, and then I played in middle school, and then I obviously started playing in high school. But yeah, I focused on volleyball for a long time, and then transitioned to basketball.
Did you play middle school at Clinton, Addison?
Yes, sir.
I started playing really young with South Clinton Elementary School, but basketball wasn't my main sport. Soccer was my main sport, and I was playing that a lot longer than I did basketball.
I've been playing basketball ever since I was in like first grade, and it's, I fell in love with the sport.
And I know, Sarah, you're going to University of Virginia at Wise.
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, that's quite an accomplishment. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You'll talk a little bit about that process going to UVA Wise.
Yeah, I mean, I had several offers, but I really looked into each school. And I felt the best fit at UVY with the coaches. I really like the facility. The academics are good, so I just thought that was the best decision for me for school and basketball.
Well, it's a pretty country up there. My dad's from in that area, so I've been up there a few times. So.
Yeah, I went up there last week, I think, and they had a lot of snow. I think down the mountain it was like 2 inches, but once we got up to Wise, it was like 5 inches. So that and all the trees were just really pretty.
And you're also up for Miss Tennessee in basketball. It's quite the accomplishment. Coach Phillips, do you know of any Lady Dragons that's been up for that award? Was you up for that award yourself?
I don't believe so. I can't tell you any that since I've been playing to now. I don't think so.
And I know Sarah, she broke the school record for points, career points. You broke your record, Alicia, and she also set the single game scoring record of this year. I think she had 54.
Yeah, she broke her own record. I think twice,
Right.
3 times maybe. So I was gonna hold on to the record. But then I realized I couldn't sit her on the bench the rest of the year, so I had to keep playing her.
Right.
you know.
Yes, you-
Now, I think her and Jackson Gardner are in a competition to see who can. They're setting a record on who can break their record the most.
Right.
Who
Yeah.
can break their own record.
And let's talk a little bit about Sarah, Coach Phillips. Where do you start with this young lady? It's just
You know, we, as coaches, we go watch middle schoolers play. That's something we do every year, year in, year out. And I remember sitting there watching Sarah play, and I was sitting beside Coach Dixon, Coach Watson. I think I had little Henley in my arms, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, man, she's gonna be a good ball player for us. I had no idea how good Sarah was gonna be. She came in as a freshman, and we had a senior loaded class, and she held her own. And we had some big personality seniors, some seniors that may kind of scare off some other people, and she kind of held her own with that group, and she played well. She was competitive. She earned a starting position. She got hurt half the season, but it was the transition from her freshman year to her sophomore year that was really unbelievable. I don't know if I've ever seen a kid improve as much as she did from her freshman year to sophomore year. And that all attests to what she does outside of the court with us. You know, a lot of kids come to practice and they think, you know, coach needs to make a miracle on me. I'm supposed to be this all-star, when it doesn't work like that. And Sarah knows that. And so Sarah goes to extra training. She goes to extra workouts. And it's like a daily thing for Sarah. In season, out of season, she wants to be the best. That's something that is instilled in her. And I think a lot of this generation doesn't really have that. We want to be good. But none of us really are ready to work to be the best because it takes a lot of work. And Sarah has been one of those players for us, which is really I mean, you don't find many of these players that want to be the best, but also have the work ethic to put into it. So, you know, Sarah has earned these titles that she has, that she's gotten. You know, the top scorer, the highest points per game, almost 2,000 points. Sarah's earned this, and so I hope it leaves a testament to everyone else and these younger kids that you can't just show up at practice and expect to be the best. You're going to have to put in the work outside of practice, and it's a daily thing, and it's not just during season, it's out of season too. So I'm very proud of Sarah. We're excited to bust up next year and go watch her play in college, and I think that's something. I know I have a lot of freshmen that have college in mind, and they have the skills to get there, and so that's something that they'll be excited to go watch. You know, Belle Starnes, she's not here tonight, but she committed to Maryville College today.
Oh, did she?
So she's
Wow.
another senior that's going on and playing basketball, and she's a great kid. So we're just excited for these girls. You know, I was talking to Rob Stacy the other day, and we need to make a poster or something because we counted up, and since we've been coaching, we've sent Sarah makes 11. So Sarah and Belle make 11 that have gotten scholarships the last 8 years to play basketball.
Wow.
And then since I've been in high school, we counted up 26, I believe, with Coach Dixon, and that's 26 lady driving. That's basketball players. We're not talking softball. So you're talking sending lots of girls to go play college, get college paid for, and so we're really proud of these girls. We're really proud of Clinton High School and our programs, our academics, our athletics. And again, Sarah's one of those kids. She does it in the classroom and on the court. You know, she's got over a 4.0 GPA, and many of these girls in here that you see right now have the same thing.
certainly you got to have the grades to play at the next level.
Yes.
But Sarah, what would you say? What was your highlight of playing at Clinton? What would you say,
This year overall,
or just overall?
I say the highlights are like those close games, the rival games. So just like the Scott Canyon game we had last week, just the intense atmosphere, just everybody hating on you. Those are my favorite games, the rival games against Oak Ridge, AC. Just those rival games, close games are my favorite things.
And got a big game coming up Friday night against Oak Ridge. I know Clinton has lost last win over Oak Ridge. I mean, it pains me to say it. It was back in.
Then don't, John. Don't say it.
Well, I won't say it. But what's it going to take to beat Oak Ridge?
I think it will take good defense, obviously, box outs, rebounds, but I also think we have to control our turnovers because they're still a fast team, good team. So I think we have to play together and limit our turnovers and have good defense.
Addison? What's it going to take to beat the Lady Wildcats?
I think we need to play as a team. We need to have play as a team. We need to have each other's backs. I think that's going to be a really tough game. That's going to be a hard win. So that's all. Yeah, just play as a team.
Big rivalry game. Autumn?
With both of them, and I think that we just need to put everything on the court, and even if we're not on the court, even the bench needs to put their heart in it to cheer us on and everything. So I feel like just everybody needs to be in the game.
Kaylin?
I mean, it's us against everyone, you know? Like, we just got to have each other's backs and work together.
What do you say, Coach? What's it going to take, Lady Dragons, to get that win?
I agree with all they said. I know a lot of teams are going to key on Sarah. We've dealt with it all year long, but also know that we've got a lot of other weapons, and I think other teams forget about that. And so I think that we've surprised some people this year. I think that this freshman class is a phenomenal class. They've got a lot of experience. So my hope is that Oak Ridge does key on Sarah, and they take Sarah out, and they try to take Sarah out. Not many teams have been successful this year. What's your lowest scoring game this year? 19?
It's been the teens.
19, I think.
Yes, something.
So I'll take Sarah scoring 15, and I'll take 4 or 5 threes from Allie and 3 or 4 from Sid. I'll take about 14 from Bailey in the paint, and I'll take the Lady Dragons over the Wildcats any night.
Coach Watson, anything to add to that?
No, she said it all. I do think the girls hit it on the head, though, that, you know, the one thing that I think this group's done better at and gotten better at is playing as a team. We've realized early on, as good as Sarah is, she cannot carry this team. She needs these girls beside her, behind her, and sometimes in front of her. And she realizes that too. And so that, to me, is the key to beating Oak Ridge, is to utilize every single girl that we have. And coaches stress that year after year. If you're in for 2 minutes, 1 minute, or if you're in for 4 quarters, you give it all you got, because that's the key.
Coach Watson, I know you won that district tournament championship when you played.
Yeah, back in the day.
Did y'all beat Oak Ridge?
Well, I think back then that the team to beat in '79 wasn't Oak Ridge. It was Carnes.
Okay.
They had that Biddle girl and the Wells girl.
Did you get a win over Oak Ridge in your career?
Yes, we did. We beat Oak Ridge. Yes, we did.
That's good.
Back in the day.
It's good to hear. Right.
It was very good. It was very good to hear.
But Sarah, let's go back to Sarah. What's your plans at college? What are you planning on majoring in?
I'm kind of undecided right now, but I'm thinking about doing something business.
Okay, and let's switch over here to Autumn. Autumn, you're a senior, and what's your plans after graduation?
Well, as of right now, I'm going to go to UT for animal science and do zoology.
Okay, what's some of the memories you're going to take away from playing at Clinton? I believe you played as a freshman as well, right?
Yeah.
So
Probably all 4 years, meeting all the new friends and everybody I've had, because every year you get new freshmen and you get even more friends with them, and going on the trips to visit the universities we have in the summer, that's a big part that I take. And probably the mini dragon camps we do with the little kids, that's always really fun watching them learn how to play basketball.
talk a little bit about Autumn, Coach Phillips.
Autumn, I had Autumn in class. So I've had a lot of my ball players in class. I teach Algebra 2 honors. And Autumn is another kid like Sarah. They're great students. You know, they're in the honors classes. They're phenomenal kids on the court and off the court. Harper and Henley think that Autumn she's hung the moon. She is just, where's Autumn? So they come to the gym and they got to find Autumn. Where's Autumn? Got to see Autumn now. They love Autumn, and Autumn is a kid. She's a multi-sport athlete. She's a great kid. She's a great athlete. And she's someone who is just a bright personality for us. She's a bright spot for us. And she's a person, we've been talking about good teammates here lately, and expressing the importance of being a good teammate. And Autumn's one of those people. She's a good teammate. She's She's nice to the freshmen. I know all the times it's not the most popular thing to do, but she's nice to the freshmen. She helps in practice. I can hear her on the side. You know, she'll take freshmen under her wing, and we're doing a drill. I can hear her teaching them drill, teaching them the drop step and how to do this and that correctly. So Autumn's a kid that we're definitely going to miss. Her smile and just what she brings to the team. But yeah, I mean, we've been blessed with our kids as far as being good kids on and off the court and just good people in general.
Autumn is
Okay.
one of those players too, John, that is so coachable. She is one of the most coachable players we have on our team.
I've seen her improve
Yes.
year after year.
She came to air camp when she was little.
Okay.
So she talked about, you know, one of her greatest memories is camps. Well, part of that was when she was little and came to our camp. So she's been around us a little while.
Okay, Addison, what's some of your hobbies off the court?
Well, I play tennis and I also play golf for the high school. So I often, on the weekends, I'll go play golf with my dad or I'll go play tennis. But other than that, I like to paint. I'm very crafty and play with my dog.
Talk a little bit about Addison.
I love Addison too. If you know, you're not allowed to have favorites of any sort, being a teacher and a coach. But Addison's a kid that like comes through the office window every day, and you know, I always wonder what we look like from standing on the outside looking in. We joke with Coach Dixon all the time. I'm like, Coach, you've got to stop that facial expression. They're looking at you, and so. But Addison's one of those kids that like knocks on the window every time, is like waving in the window. She's taping stuff up there. She's just a kid who wants to make you happy, brings a smile to your face. She's a bubbly kid, finds you in the hallway, wants to talk. So Addison just, you know, she's a kid that brightens your day. She's a kid, like Coach said, talks about Autumn. She's coachable. She comes in, you tell her you want her to box out and get rebounds. Kid box out and gets rebounds. She does what she needs to do. And so I love Addison. I'm glad that we get her another year. She will be a senior next year. We're looking for her to be a leader next year with a bunch of young kids underneath her. So she's got a big task ahead of her. But again, Addison is another kid that's above a 4.0 in the classroom as well.
Okay, and go with Caitlin down there on the end. She a sophomore?
She's a sophomore, yes.
Talk a little bit about Caitlin.
Caitlin's had a big disadvantage. We lost our JV season last year due to COVID. And then this year, our numbers were actually pretty low this year. This is probably the lowest we've ever had as far as freshman JV varsity. But then we had Maggie went down 2 weeks ago with a concussion, which we were basically playing, when we played JV games, we were basically playing 2 varsity games in a row. All but 2 kids are on varsity. So when Maggie went down, we had to stop the JV games because I couldn't really and honestly play 3 starters, 4 JV quarters, and then play another varsity game. So she's had a disadvantage not getting a lot of minutes in JV games, but Caitlin's a kid who we're hoping will continue to work hard in the classroom, hard in the weight room, hard on the court, and continue to see her improve. She's improved a ton since she came in as a freshman, or her incoming year as a freshman, and so we're excited to see the things that Caitlin will do for us.
Okay, girls, before we take a break, we're going to ask you some quick questions here. We'll start with Caitlin there on the end. What's some of your hobbies?
Well, a little bit of everything, you know.
She loves music.
Yes.
Okay.
I sing all the time. They hate it. I go fishing with my dad and my brother, and then play with my dog. That's about it.
Sarah, some of your hobbies?
Well, in the summer, I like to go to the lake, kayak. I like video games. Playing other sports, like random sports, anything pretty much. So.
Okay, I think we already asked Addison that, didn't we? And Autumn, what's some of your hobbies?
I love hiking and painting a lot, and just anything outdoors.
Okay, I believe all of y'all play different sports. What other sports do you play, Autumn?
I play soccer.
Addison?
Tennis and golf.
Sarah?
Soccer and softball.
Sarah's quite the goalie this year.
Yeah.
Playing soccer.
I picked up, I think, almost the beginning of the season. Not really, but I just came in.
Okay. stitched it up. I'm just a natural athlete. Okay, what's some of your pregame rituals, Autumn? Have any pregame rituals?
Well, normally one big one that the whole team does is we pray before a game, and that's one I've done since I was little.
Addison?
I pick a tail tie to put in my hair. So like, okay, I have two on my wrist. So this blue one, say if I play like really good in a practice or something, then I'll wear the blue one in my hair, like as a hair tie, you know? But if I play bad in it, like in the last practice or game,
She throws it away.
yeah, I don't wear it. Or I'll like switch it to a new one. Like there's some teleties I'll shoot really well in, and then there's other teleties, yeah. And then there's other teleties I'll like play really good defense in. So I pick a teletie.
Okay.
Do the defense one on
Yeah.
Friday, okay?
Yeah.
So I kind of do the same thing as Addie, but I played good in this exact one in the beginning of the season, so I wear this one every game. I put my right shoe on for my left. I throw my inhaler to Dixon. I drink a bank energy drink. So that's what I do.
Kayla?
She plays off.
Well, I put like my left sock on and then my right, and then I put. And then I put my knee brace on. Oh, and then I put my hair up, and then I play music.
Do you have a favorite team or a player?
Not really.
How about you, Sarah?
I like the Lay Vols and also the Golden State Warriors. And favorite player, Kevin Durant.
LeBron James.
Stephen Curry.
And what do y'all? Oh, Tom Brady.
What about him?
What do you think about him
I
retiring?
mean,
What about him?
What about him
I
retiring?
mean, greatest football player ever.
What's your thoughts on him retiring?
Now I think the other quarterbacks in the league finally can.
Can breathe the silence.
Yeah, have the spotlight for once, not Tom Brady.
Tell us how you really feel.
Addison?
I don't know if much of us watch football here,
Right.
besides
No,
me.
yeah.
Okay, if you had one place you'd like to visit, what would that be?
Bora Bora.
Probably Paris, France.
I say somewhere in Australia.
Canada.
She looks like a Canadian.
Okay. And your last question, what do you like about going to school?
Seeing all my friends and just hanging out.
Well, I only have one class, so I just like coming for softball and basketball. That's all I pretty much do.
One class. Wow.
It's a hard class, though.
It's changed since we were there, John.
Addison?
I like seeing my friends. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I actually like learning because I know it's preparing me for my future and it makes me feel accomplished.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and take our first break tonight. Girls, we'll try to get you back on here at the end maybe a little bit, but we'll be right back. You're watching the Locker Room Chat with the Clinton Lady Dragons.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
Alexander Guesthouse Senior Living is Oak Ridge's secret to senior care. Our all-inclusive assisted living and memory care offers 24-hour care, medication management, laundry services, housekeeping services, and assistance with activities of daily living. At Alexander, we treat your loved ones like our loved ones. Our Jackson Suites are $2,000 a month. To schedule a tour, give us a call at 865-294-5489. Alexander Guesthouse, Oak Ridge's secret to senior care.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Tennessee. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the TSSAA.
For 14 years, Subaru and our retailers have been sharing the love with those who need it most. Now Subaru is the largest automotive donor to Make-A-Wish and Meals on Wheels, and the largest corporate donor to the ASPCA and National Park Foundation. Get a new Subaru during the Share That Love event, and Subaru will donate $250 to charity.
Earl Duff Subaru in Kingston is proud to support both national and local charities during the Subaru Share the Love event.
At Roan Medical Center, we are committed to serving this community and providing the best possible care for our patients. We have 20 medical specialists on staff representing all areas of care in a clean and safe environment. You don't have to go out of town to receive excellence in outpatient services, so please don't delay. The care you deserve is right here, right now. For the moments of need, we are here for you.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
Welcome back into the locker room chat, and we're visiting with the Clinton Lady Dragons with head coach Alicia Phillips and assistant coach Lisa Watson. And we have 4 freshmen up here and a junior. So girls, if you would, just go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what class you're in, what position you play.
My name is Paris Booker, and I'm a junior, but this is my first year playing, and I play post.
I'm Allie York, and I'm a freshman, and I do point guard and shooting guard.
My name's Bailey Burrows, and I am a freshman, and I play post.
My name's Ellie Leander. I'm a freshman, and I'm a guard.
My name's Sydney Harrell. I'm a freshman, and I'm a forward.
Okay, Walter?
Well, first, I guess I want to talk to the freshmen. What's it like to be Clinton Lady Drag?
Yes, Sydney, start it off.
It's great. It's definitely taught me a lot. Just playing this short time that I have, I've learned a lot, and I really like it.
I feel like I've learned a lot. They really treat you like family, and I love the people on the team.
Being a Lady Dragon, it's something that we grew up whenever we were younger, coming to the camps and stuff, and that was just something we always looked forward to. And now that we're here, it's just kind of unreal, kind of.
I've always looked forward to it. I love it, and it's fun.
And how long have you played organized basketball?
I played in 4th grade and 5th grade, and then I stopped, and then I just started again this year.
Okay, go down to the next ones. The same thing. How long have you been playing organized basketball?
I've played since I was little.
In the one.
Okay.
That chick was playing in the one.
I've been playing since Upward when I was younger, and then I started actual rec league when I was 4, and then I just started doing AAU when I was in 3rd grade, and then I just haven't stopped.
I've been really on and off, but I really started playing middle school. I've always only played for the school.
I've played since I was real little, since you could kind of start rec ball, and then I started playing my travel season about 3rd grade as well, and I've just been playing all the time ever since.
And are y'all mainly on the JV, and do any of y'all start on the JV, and do any of y'all play any on the varsity?
Pretty much all of our...
We got 3 starters up there.
Oh, okay. Well, that I didn't know. Well, that's quite amazing, freshman-wise.
My next question for you freshmen here, as they said, there's 3 freshmen start. And
Well, there's all 4 of them have started this season.
Got a quite impressive freshman
You've got a lot of
class.
depth there, my goodness.
Yes.
Sydney, start with you. What's the biggest adjustment coming from middle school to high school and then, starting for high school?
I'd say definitely the speed and the pace of the game, and also the competition level, because you're playing girls so much older than you and compared to like middle school, because they're really only like 2, maybe 3 years older than you.
Would you agree with that, Ellie?
Yeah, the competition is definitely higher, and there's also a lot more people at your games, a lot more pressure, a lot more people screaming stuff at you from the audience.
Now you have a twin sister.
I do. She was the AC.
Right. How did y'all end up one at AC and one at Clinton?
Well, she plays soccer. We both do, and she really liked the soccer program there. But I always knew, I came to the little dragon camps and I came to games, and I was like, really knew this is where I wanted to be. So.
Okay. Bailey? Adjustment period, what's it like?
Definitely, like they said, the competition, and then just like the people, how many people are there, and then like you go back and you look at like middle school games, and you're like, that was like me last year, but like the competition looks so much different. And like it's like hard to believe like how fast we move forward since we're all starting, and how fast we all just had to adjust to it.
I know you've had a few double-doubles this year already. You're quite the rebounder, and you can score inside and pop outside, hit the jumper. Let's talk about your overall game.
Well, ever since whenever I was a lot younger, I was always a post because I was just always taller. And then with my shooting, it helped because I was on a team where I wasn't always the tallest. I was like in the middle, and so I like learned how to like dribble, and it's like yeah.
Would you like to play on the next level?
Yes.
I know you play some other sports. What other sports do you play?
Well, I was playing softball, but I decided to take a break for that for a little bit.
Okay, and is basketball your favorite sport?
Yes, by far.
Talk about that first game with Fulton. That was pretty physical, right?
Yes, it was a very physical game.
Did you get some payback last night?
Actually, no, it was me and the girl that we were like kind of bickering the whole game, but it was just like because it was competition, and we like apologized for each other for what happened last time and stuff. So it was all good, and this time like it was in we were a lot more nervous to play over there last time than we were here, and whenever you're at home, the nerves kind of chill a little bit more. So.
Okay, that's good sportsmanship. Allie, what's it like going from middle school to high school?
I agree with all of them, but you have to take care of the ball a lot more, and it's just such a much faster game than anything else I've played.
Okay, Paris. Now, Paris, where did you play middle school at, or did you play?
Yeah, I played like my 6th grade year also at Cedar Bluff.
Cedar Bluff? It's your first year at Clinton?
Yeah. No, I came here last year.
Okay.
I just didn't play.
Do you play any other sports?
No.
Talk a little bit about Paris, Coach Phillips.
Paris is a kid that her and her brother both last year, I think I saw them on Dragon Day, and I knew her brother played basketball, and her mom said that she was interested in it. She came out for a 4th block or 2, decided it wasn't her thing, and then she came up to me probably October, September-ish of this year, told me she really wanted to dive in and start playing. Since she has came back, she has progressed tremendously in the short amount of time that she's been here. Her rebounding skills are amazing. She can get to the rim at will. She jumps to react to rebounds, which is something that we have begged from everybody that plays for us. But she's a kid that has a lot of God-given ability. We just got to tune it in a little bit. And again, she's another one. She's getting hurt from not being able to take advantage of some JV games right now.
Paris, you got any other hobbies?
I like to draw, and I like to read sometimes, like if I don't have anything else to do. That's about
Allie, what's your hobbies away from the court?
I like to hang out with my friends. I love hanging out with my friends.
Allie, you got a pretty good shot from outside. You're really good shooter. You can shoot the 3-ball, and Coach Phillips, talk a little bit about Allie.
Like Bailey had mentioned, and I think Ellie mentioned it too, but Allie's a kid who she was coming to our little camp. She's a little bitty thing. Cutest little thing, fast as lightning, running around everywhere, scoring baskets over all these tall kids. And we've been watching Allie grow up, and I watched her play at South Clinton Elementary School. I've watched her in AAU, and a lot of these girls have played together on the same team. And so seeing them sit here, watching them run out in a Lady Dragon uniform, it really puts things into perspective, because time really flies. And I get chill bumps talking about it, but we've been saying for a long time that this class is really special. And Allie can shoot the lights out of it. She can shoot downtown. She can drive. She handles the ball well. She's a great defender. She does it all. She has a great little jump shot. And so Allie's a kid that we have been dying to get here, but now I'm like, time slow down, because I don't want these next 4 years to fly by.
Right, I know you and Coach Watson are at a lot of middle school games. I see your presence there. I think that's really good, and I think it's paid off on these girls coming to Clinton, and almost having the being there is a really good to show the interest.
Yeah, we love supporting the younger programs as well as our middle school.
And you got some other young girls coming up from the middle school.
We'll have an extremely strong freshman class next year to butt up right with this group right here with Addison's leadership. I'm excited. It's going to be a fun ride for the next 4 years.
Certainly is. And we've got a call here. Grab those earbuds there, Coach. Just let y'all untangle them there. See who we got. I believe I might know who this is. But go ahead, caller. You're on the air. You're on the air. Anyway, let's go back to Bailey. Bailey, what's your other hobbies?
Well, I just like spending time with family. If I'm not on the court or if I'm not with my friends, I'm with my family. And I hang out with my dad a lot. We go hunting. I go scouting with him and fishing.
What's your favorite player? Do you have a favorite team or player?
Lady Vols, of course. But definitely like Steph Curry, because not just on the court but off the court, he's just a very good, like a person. He's a good teammate. He has good sportsmanship.
Okay, Coach Phil, let's talk a little bit about Bailey. I know she's an outstanding player as a freshman.
We've had some really good post players come through. You had Jordan Witt, who is a phenomenal, more of a forward than a 5. You've had Kelly Wandell, phenomenal athlete, standout star at Maryville College. That kid sitting over there, she's special. She's got moves that you see juniors in college. Her footwork is phenomenal to be a post player and to be so young. She's got a nice little step back. She's got some phenomenal moves. She's not the tallest kid by any means. Bailey can shoot it also, but Bailey's a kid that by the time she's sitting where Sarah was earlier as a senior, I think you're going to be looking at a really, really special kid who's in a lot of things at Clinton High School.
She sort of reminds me of Cody Houck.
Oh yeah, Cody Houck was a phenomenal.
She played. She had over 1,000 rebounds in her career, and I think I've seen a lot of that in Bailey here.
We've got to get Bailey doing a little more rebounds.
A little bit more rebounds.
She can catch up with Cody though.
Okay, Ellie, what's some of your hobbies away from the court?
I play a lot of soccer. I do play for the high school, and I've played travel, and also love traveling, going places.
I know your dad used to be the soccer coach at Clinton. Is that your dad?
Yeah.
So, would you like to play college and soccer in college?
Yeah, I hope to. I definitely see myself doing that in the future.
Okay, and talk a little bit about Ellie.
Ellie's a kid that I think I begged her dad. He came up to me one day in the hallway and he said, "This Lady Dragon thing you're doing, can I bring my daughters that never really played before?" And I was like, "Bring them down. We'll love to have them. We'll love on them." And her defensive skills from day one, I was like, Philip, she needs to play basketball. We got to get her to play basketball. And so she started playing, and, you know, she played at Norris in middle school, and Ellie is fast as lightning. I didn't get to see her play soccer this year with the rain, and then my kids, taking all 3 kids down there during the weather sometimes was rough, and then one time power went out at the gym, we were working out, and then it started raining, but I didn't get to see her play. I know she's a phenomenal soccer player, but on the court, Ellie is so coachable, she is so fast, she helps us with our defensive press, and I'm so excited to see what she does for us the next 3.5 years.
Okay, Sydney, what would you say some of your strengths of your game is?
I feel like I can shoot the ball outside pretty well, and I'm definitely working on my defensive game. It can definitely get better, but I think that it's pretty good as well.
I know you're quite the athlete, and what other sports do you play?
I play softball, but actually right now I'm taking the spring season off to focus on travel basketball.
Okay, and what's some of your hobbies?
Outside of school, I like hanging out with my friends, and during the summer doing anything that has water involved, going to the lake, the pool, and stuff, and I really like going outside with my dog.
Let's talk a little bit about Sydney.
I don't think Sydney's favorite coach is here tonight, but she has a nickname called 99, and it's because her lowest grade at any point in time of the year has been a 99. She, I think, currently has all 100s, or she brought it up, but Sydney is a kid that brightens up your day. She is a perfectionist. She is hard on herself. She is coachable. She wants to be the best at whatever she does in the classroom, on the court. If you ask her to improve in this area of their game, she does it. She wants to be, she loves the approval. Sydney's a great shooter. Sydney has become a phenomenal rebounder for us. We're going to work on the drive into the basket. Like Coach Dixon always tells her, baseline, Sydney, baseline, but we're going to work on it. But I'm excited to have Sydney in our program. I'm excited that she's here. I'm excited for all of these girls. And like I told you earlier, the next 4 years are going to be a fun ride.
Okay. All right, girls, y'all stay up there. Right now, we're going to take another break. We'll be right back to visit some more with these Lady Dragons. So you're watching Locker Room Chat.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
At Roan Medical Center, we are committed to serving this community and providing the best possible care for our patients. We have 20 medical specialists on staff representing all areas of care in a clean and safe environment. You don't have to go out of town to receive excellence in outpatient services, so please don't delay. The care you deserve is right here, right now. For the moments of need, we are here for you.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Tennessee. Because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Alexander Guesthouse Senior Living is Oak Ridge's secret to senior care. Our all-inclusive assisted living and memory care offers 24-hour care, medication management, laundry services, housekeeping services, and assistance with activities of daily living. At Alexander, we treat your loved ones like our loved ones. Our Jackson Suites are $2,000 a month. To schedule a tour, give us a call at 865-294-5489. Alexander Guesthouse, Oak Ridge's secret to senior care.
All right, welcome back to the Locker Room Chat. We're visiting with the Clinton Lady Dragons with head coach Alicia Phillips and her assistant Lisa Watson and your other assistant, Craig Dixon. You have any other assistants on the staff?
Yes, Megan Elliott.
Yeah, Megan Elliott. Don't want to forget Megan. And Deanna Smith. What happened? Deanna Sliger. What happened?
Her
She's not
kids
back.
are ramped up in ball right now, and you know they're doing all the travel ball, basketball, baseball. So
Okay.
She's coaching her boys
Being mama.
in basketball.
Right.
Yeah.
Coaching them up.
Yep.
Future Dragons and Lady Dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's a speed round segment here, girls. Y'all ready? We
Gotta think quick.
Got a few minutes left, so Walter, you want to start it off? We'll start off with Sydney.
Okay, Sydney, and then one by one from there. What's your favorite food to eat?
Speed round. Come on.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A.
Pass that mic.
Sushi. Spaghetti.
Panda Express.
Probably. Steak. Chicken.
Pasta.
Chicken and pasta. I like pizza.
Allie? Okay, favorite restaurant?
Connors.
Longhorns. Texas Roadhouse.
Bravos. Louis.
Cracker Barrel.
Texas Roadhouse.
Wasabi's.
Texas Roadhouse.
Hidden talents.
What'd you say?
Hidden talents.
Hidden talent.
I don't have any.
I don't know of any. I don't have any either. I don't know.
In third grade, I performed in a talent show and I did magic tricks.
We have a magician.
I don't know.
I can pop my neck.
Favorite movie?
Sarah, did you answer that?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
favorite movie.
Favorite movie?
Dumbo.
Charade. Tangled. I'm a big Marvel girl, so any Marvel movie.
Mary Poppins, the old one.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay, we got about 1 minute. Let's go ahead and give a shout out.
Shout out to Granny.
Shout out to Coach Dixon.
Yeah, we love you, Dixon. Amen.
Shout out to Grace.
Shout out to my mom watching right now.
Shout out to my dad and my mom if you're watching.
About to take her home.
Yeah, shout out to my dad and my mom if they're watching.
30 seconds. Autumn?
To my mom. Grace Abner. My brother.
I said Coach Dixon.
Did everybody get a shout out? Paris?
Coach Dixon.
Allie?
My grandma.
My mom.
Everybody get a shout out? All right. Well, thank y'all for being here. Good luck the rest of the season. And Coach Phillips, Coach Watson as well, thank y'all for being here and beat them Lady Wildcats.
Thanks, good.
better
Thank
believe
you,
it.
John.
We'd like to thank everyone for watching the Locker Room Chat. We'll see you next week.